Welcome to day 2 of this 3-part series, and this is about the influencer dilemma and the secret way to making it big quickly as an influencer. So it's going to be a short session today. I'm conscious of your time, but I want to get to the heart of the truth about what it means to make it as a full-time paid influencer. So the first thing we should say is, this Curtis Jackson quote, "The greatest fear people have is that of being themselves." Well, what I mean by that is this is the greatest opportunity we have had for some times, really, to make a leap as a full-time influencer. As I was discussing yesterday, the lockdown has caused an incredible surge and uptake of online activity, and brands and businesses in this new and emerging world, without being able to rely on some of the traditional channels, are looking for new ways to generate sales, reach people, and influencer marketing sits right in the heart of it. If you've been thinking about should you or shouldn't you become an influencer, can you make it, should you try going full time, even though there's never any guarantees, what a great time it is to try right now with so much activity and so much traction that you can get. And how do I know? Well, because I did it. I founded the Influencer Academy based on my own experiences of becoming a full-time paid VIP influencer. I had to make the leap too, from leaving a secure job and the situation I was in. I was actually in marketing and video production, and making the leap into being a full-time city influencer, and really there was no looking back. And as I said to you yesterday, just to recap, when you are a full-time paid city influencer, you get the big dream, you get the perks, you get the revenue, you get the money, you get lifestyle on your own terms. And I really had that myself, the penthouse, the lifestyle, the free stuff, the VIP parties, the money, the cars, all that kind of stuff is available to you if you are one of the successful. And if you've missed yesterday, go check it out, go find it in the link, go and catch up. It's a longer presentation, it's about 30 minutes, but it will talk to you about the market and the influencer market. And you remember yesterday I discussed the 3 real things you need, the pillars that you need to make you a paid VIP full-time influencer. And it was creating that unforgettable personal brand which makes you stand out from the rest and will accelerate you forward as a key person. You want to build unshakable assets. We talked about money, we talk about online distribution and audiences, and we talk about your tangible brands that you can build online, such as your brand, your audiences, and your skills. And these are the things that you're going to give you a business foundation, as well as just having followers and content. And then, of course, thirdly, being recognized as a change maker, that you have influence. When you speak, the world listens, or at least your audience. And more importantly than just giving you attention and eyeballs, your audience act on your recommendations, act on your word. And so brands, businesses, and causes that are working with you realize that you are a change agent. So that's the recap. But I said at the start on the title, what was the secret? What is the one thing, if you were to ask me, what made it for me as becoming a full-time influencer? What set me apart? What did I do differently? Well, there are lots of nuances and lots of details, from asset stacking to build to influence to personal branding. Lots of things I did that helped, but there is a simple, absolutely critical way that if you want to accelerate yourself as a full-time influencer, then you really need to look at this. And it's so people never forget you. And as much as personal branding is part of that story, what I'm really talking about is how they can't forget you in the digital age. So if you know anything about being a successful influencer, you'll know it's all around the content creation strategy. You want to just keep pumping out high quality content. As they say, content is king, but engagement is queen. and you want to be getting your followers, your audience, whether you're a micro influencer, a VIP influencer, a niche influencer, you want your audience to be engaging with your content. And in order to do that, you have to produce great content. And, you know, someone like Gary Vee, for instance, is great at telling you to keep churning out content, document, don't create, and pump it out. And of course, for certain situations like following somebody, that's a really valid methodology. But perhaps if your niche is more considered, more detailed, maybe it's reviews, books, fashion, art, it's not just a case of producing 10, 100, 20 pieces of content a day. You want to be producing quality content. But hold on, because I'm about to tell you the secret. So as much as you would want to produce content with blogs, audio, and photographs, the way that you become unforgettable, the way that you get hold of your digital distribution, the way you promote your personal brand is simple, an idea that I'm going to throw at you right now, but it's transformative as an influencer. It is the thing that will accelerate you forward, not just guarantee you success, but set you apart. Okay, what is it? Let me tell you. It's shooting video. Okay, no big surprise here. With you in the center. Now, let me just repeat that because it may just sound dismissive, but it really isn't. It's shooting video with you as the presenter and the featured content within that video. Well, you might say, well, yeah, we do Instagram stories. I go out and do a live every so often, but you need to understand the stats and the reasoning. There are many podcasts out there. There are many blogs out there. There are many photographs and videos and Instagram accounts. But when you break down and analyze the successful influencers from the less successful, you can actually do a full analysis and realize it's their screen time. The more time somebody is on screen, and I mean their face, facing the camera, speaking and interacting, you can see a correlation between their followers and success over time versus other people just doing photography content, blogging, etc. And why is that? Well, it's obviously compelling. You know, you watch your celebrities on TV, you look at their faces, you're engaging as close to one-on-one as possible without it being one-on-one. Obviously, it's a great form of communication. But importantly, as you are trying to accelerate your personal brand, then if people can see you and hear you and watch you all in the same breath, it sticks and resonates with them. It's so simple, it's so obvious, but it's true. And the more content you produce with you in the center, where people can recognize your face, there is just a human interaction that causes people to remember you more, to place you more, and associate you more. And if you can move into a niche, a micro niche, or clear waters as they're called in marketing terms, where you stand out and you are the only person producing video with you in the center, providing information, podcasts, experiences, whatever it might be, you will have a greater chance of becoming and dominating that niche than those just writing, doing audio, or photography. Now, I understand it can be something of a challenge and you may have some objections. You know, if I'm saying to you, okay, the absolute game changer for you to win as an influencer is to start creating the content with you in the middle of it, talking and interacting to your audience. Well, you might say, but I don't have any followers at the moment. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You start producing the content. If you're using live, Facebook will go and find followers for you. If you're on YouTube, the more you pump out, you put them into playlists, people can start to discover you and then see video after video. They will be reacting more to a human face than without. And so you need to produce content. You may not know what to do, but if you understand your niche, you know your market, you become the expert in that marketplace, then the content finds itself, and you have to become comfortable to be on camera. You can do it. You can speak. You don't need anything more than a phone itself. And then you may say to me, well, Nick, I think the important thing about becoming an influencer isn't just creating video, it's getting paid. And you are right. But I have to explain this and break this down for you. When brands, businesses, and causes start to come across your content because the audiences they want to reach are in the niche that you represent, and they can see you and even know you and have seen videos of you, you will have a greater chance of closing them in a sales negotiation, because they're not just buying into the content you produce, they're buying into you. And it is the game changer between two different types of content producers. And so what I want to talk to you about and leave you with the thought is that if you want to accelerate your career, you want to become a paid, full-time VIP influencer, then you have to consider getting in front of the camera and pumping out content with you as that character in the middle. There are other ways of doing it. You can shortcut this for sure, but trust me, this works. When I started to produce content for my niche, the city influencer that I became, and I started to be able to use other people's money, brands and businesses, to promote my own personal brand, my face, my videos, then my reputation and my following and my status accelerated within the city. Why? Well, because people had seen me, because they recognized me. And you know, like Lady Gaga said, I always knew I was a celebrity, just the other people hadn't woken up to it yet. And the point is, when other people start to see your face and your image all of the time, they start to have a sort of one-way dialogue with you. And when you meet those people in real life, and you don't know them, there's a sort of celebrity gap, which increases your status, which makes you better known, more distributed. And the more known and distributed and trusted you become, the more money, deals, and free soft assets you will get as an influencer. Now, there is obviously so much more to it than this, but if I can give you any encouragement right now, you want to start this transformation, you want to use this incredible opportunity to jump out of your comfort zone, out of the job you've been doing and into something new, then the number one thing you've got to get your head around is getting in front of a camera and producing and presenting your content. You don't need a fancy podcast studio. You don't need a big green screen set. You can literally do it with your phone. But obviously, if you invest in training, in video training, in watching other great video bloggers who have made it this way, for instance, Casey Neistat on YouTube, if you seek out and emulate these guys, you will start to realize that you can do this, and it will be the defining foundation to accelerating you as a full-time paid influencer. And so what I want to do tomorrow is finish this 3-part series by building on what I have just shared with you and talk to you exactly about how and exactly what you can do in the coming days to make sure that there are going to be paychecks and brand deals and followers coming your way. This is not hyperbole. I'm going to absolutely break it down and share that with you, and that's tomorrow. So do make sure that you've unblocked any spam filters. Make sure that you've subscribed to the VIP Influencer Academy on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure that you're getting the emails coming through and you've subscribed, and join the private group there on Facebook if you haven't done already. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know if you need any help, any advice on getting in front of the camera and video, if you need me to point you anywhere. But this is it, guys. This is a great opportunity to move into a full-time career of creating the things you love. And trust me when I say, if you can start to promote your face, yourself, your personal brand through the medium of video and be comfortable sitting in front of the camera, then you have the right building block for an incredible transformation moving forward. Until tomorrow, keep investing in you.